Yo, what is up, y'all? It's Cone back here again today with another video. The trade bombs keep dropping. Domantas Sabonis just got traded to the Kings with Jeremy Lamb and Justin Holiday for Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. Like, out of nowhere. This hasn't even been a rumor. Like, there have been rumors that maybe Domantas Sabonis or the Kings would be interested in him, but, like, all the rumors were centered around, like, De'Aaron Fox and, like, Sabonis. There was rumors he would be a Wizard, and there were a lot of other rumors saying he wouldn't even be traded at all. This is a insane trade. This is my, like, pure immediate reactions because I haven't even had time to think about what I think about this trade. So first kind of impressions, I guess starting with the Pacers side of things, this is a great trade for the Pacers. Tyrese Haliburton is a player that I'm super high on, that I think is going to be a star in this league. And whenever Tyrese Haliburton has had an opportunity to be the lead guard this season, when De'Aaron Fox has missed time, he's been amazing. He's averaged like double-digit points, double-digit assists. He is such a good backcourt partner for Malcolm Brogdon if they want to keep him, or if they even trade Brogdon and bring in another partner. Haliburton is a lead guard that I personally believe they can build around going forward. This is a massive piece for their future, going forward for their rebuild. I love this trade for the Indiana Pacers. They also bring in Buddy Hield, which is a bigger contract, and he just gives them a shooter that can kind of help participate. And maybe if by like the offseason they're like, okay, we want to get more in this rebuild, Buddy Hield is another asset that they can trade and further up on young players, on picks, whatever. Same with Tristan Thompson. I'm sure they could get like a second round pick or something, or you even throw in his contract with Buddy Hield to get a bigger package, whatever it is. This is a great trade for the Pacers. When they said that they were going to break things up and trade Domantas Sabonis, I was hoping they were going to go full rebuild, and now they've traded LeVert and Sabonis, and I'm sure a Miles Turner deal is somewhere on the horizon as well, because I think this is what you need to do. They went out and they got a young star. For me personally, one of the biggest goals when you trade away your team's best player, which was Sabonis, is to get a young star. If you're going towards a rebuild, you want to get that young piece to build around, and that's Tyrese Haliburton. I love this for the Indiana Pacers. I'm super high on Haliburton. Maybe other people aren't quite as high. I like it. I really like it a lot. I think this is a great move for them. I don't understand it as much from the Kings side of things. Now, this is all just off the top of my head, but Domantas Sabonis is cool and all. He's like an all-star caliber player, but how good does he make this Kings team? Does he make them a playoff team? Does he help make them a contender? And to be honest, I don't know if he does, because you just saw the Pelicans re-up, and so now that's another team they're going to have to compete with. I'm still not sure if they make the play-in tournament. And if they don't, then this is a big failure, because sure, Sabonis and Fox are both young, but I'm not even quite sure how much they fit together. Sabonis isn't a great shooter, nor is De'Aaron Fox, so how does that duo quite work out? You just traded one of your best shooter, best two shooters even, in Buddy Hield and Tyrese Haliburton, so now you don't have the best shooters. Does this preface a Harrison Barnes trade, or does he move to the 3? Do you trade Rashawn Holmes now for a floor-stretching big? There's just a lot of question marks for the Kings, and I would anticipate that this is probably the first of multiple moves. I do like that the Kings are trying to do something, but I'm not quite sure that this was the move. I also don't like them trading Tyrese Haliburton. In my opinion, he's been their best player a lot of games this season. Most of their games, he's been their best player. He's like their best shooter. He's a great facilitator, and De'Aaron Fox has had his ups and downs. I don't quite like this that much for the Kings. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Sure, maybe when I think on it for a little bit, it'll make more sense and I'll like it more. But to me, this just feels like kind of a middle-level move. If you're going to trade a piece like Tyrese Haliburton, go out and get like a all-NBA guy. Domantas Sabonis is really good, and I think he's underrated by a lot of people, but I'm not quite sure he can be that second or even first guy on that team, because I'm not sure who their number one is now, if it's Fox or Sabonis. And I'm not quite sure those two, at least not at this point, can even lead you to a playoff spot right now. So I don't think this is the best move that they could have made to go all in. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do end up fitting well, and I do think with more trades, this could be a little bit better. But I did not see this coming, because for a while it was Haliburton and Hield, maybe like Harrison Barnes to the Sixers for Ben Simmons. That was like the rumor. The Kings were really in, and then they offered a deal, and then the Sixers were like, nah, we're not taking that. So they were out on Ben Simmons, and it kind of just seemed like they were going to go through the deadline with Fox, with Haliburton. They were just going to kind of, see how things played out. But no, they completely went the other direction and shook things up. I'm just not quite sure if this was the move to make. I don't know. I'm not completely sold on it for the Sacramento Kings. I know a lot of people on Twitter are like, what the hell are the Kings doing? And I think that's because a lot of people are as high on Haliburton as I am. I think he's a star. I think he's an all-star caliber guard in a couple years. I think the Kings have bigger pressing issues. The more I talk about this, the more I'm confused by it from the Kings' perspective. Why would they trade Tyrese Haliburton for Domantas Sabonis? I don't get that. Sure, they get, okay, the other guys, they get Jeremy Lamb, who is a shooter and can help them out. Same with Justin Holiday. So they do bring in those two pieces, sure. But Haliburton has been like your best lead guard. I get you've had De'Aaron Fox for a while and you've got him under that contract, but Haliburton has been really good this season. And I think he might even have more long-term potential than De'Aaron Fox at this point. So trading him doesn't make a lot of sense for me for a player in Domantas Sabonis who doesn't fit well with that lead guard that you're wanting to build around. Unless Sabonis improves his shooting a little bit more, which I do think he can step out and shoot more. He did it more in OKC. Thunder legend Domantas Sabonis, by the way. But I just don't love it from the perspective of the Sacramento Kings. Let me know what y'all think about this because I'm super curious. This came out of complete left field. Trades are dropping left and right today. We still have a couple days till the deadline. Typically, these deals happen on the deadline. So the fact that they're coming out like nonstop, like, I'm going to keep dropping these videos whenever I can. I've got to go to class. I've got class in like 15 minutes. I'm a college student, if you didn't know. I was about to leave. I was like legit about to walk out the door when I got this Twitter notification. So I continue, keep grinding, got to keep putting up these videos. But if I have to give this trade a grade immediately, on the Kings side of things, like a C+. I like that they're going out and getting a guy in Sabonis to try and compete and win. They've been in the lottery for so long, so I like that they're trying to compete. I just don't know if this was quite the way to go about it. With Sabonis and Fox, I just like Haliburton a lot. And for the Pacers, I think this is an A. 100%. This is such a good deal for them. Because not only do they get a guy in Tyrese Haliburton that I think you can work towards building around and gives you a young star to centralize your core around, which, like I mentioned before, I think is one of the biggest parts that you need to kind of get right when you're going towards a rebuild is going for a guy, a young star that you can kind of work and build around in a Tyrese Haliburton. But they also bring in Tristan Thompson, a decent backup big. He can even be up there, like maybe their starter if they need him to when they deal Sabonis or whatever, or not Sabonis, when they deal Miles Turner. There's so many guys that they're trying to trade. So he's a guy that can kind of just fill in a role temporarily. And then Buddy Hield is a piece that you can flip going forward. And you could probably get like another pick for Buddy Hield to continue to add to your rebuild. Like, the Pacers are doing a good job. I like this deal a lot for them. So shout out to the Pacers. I give them an A. For the Kings, a C+, maybe a C. I don't know. Let me know what you grade it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I'm super curious to see what y'all have to say. Blockbuster trades keep dropping. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Continuing to make trade deadline videos as they drop and when I'm not in class. So luckily enough, this happened before I had to go there. But I appreciate y'all watching so much. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I will see you all later. Real one, say it back.